Hello everyone, my name is Greg and I dev stuff. Welcome everyone to episode 10 of Vampire Survivors like game in Unity. Spawnable objects, disposing unnecessary objects. So we have a terrain object on the scene. We want to occasionally, when we travel, to spawn a chest or some other objects on those terrain tiles. For example, we have this tile with 4 fountains. Let's say in the middle of those fountains we want to spawn an item. Every time our character walks into this area, we will spawn the object with some probability. Create an empty object, which will be used to store the position where to spawn this object, and the actual component which will be spawning the object. Create another new component called spawn object. This component will be responsible for spawning the object when the player enters this tile. Inside create two fields. The object we are going to spawn and probability of the spawn. Let's add range attribute between 0 and 1 to the probability. Okay, now create a new method called spawn. Where if the random value is less than probability, we will spawn the object in the position of the spawnable object. Random.value returns a value between 0 and 1. Let's make it so spawn object spawn chest with 50% probability. Now we need to call spawn method when player walks on this terrain. Inside the world scrolling, we are detecting the moment the player movement causes the tiles to shuffle around. We need to store all the references to the spawn object present on the terrain tile into the list, so we will be able to call all of them. Open terrain tile, script, and add serialized list of spawn objects. In the world scrolling, when you update tiles on screen, get the terrain tile component and call spawn to attempt to spawn object on the tile. On the terrain tile, assign a reference to the spawn object. Launch the game. Find the tile with those fountains. Now if we walk around this tile, we will have a chance of spawning the chest. One problem we can already see, it will be spawning 1 even if it is on screen already, every time we call the update of the tiles. It is rolling the spawn, which we don't want to happen. To make it so this is not happening, we want to check if the new position we're calculating for the tile is, well, indeed a new position for it. Which will mean tile has changed the position and we can try to spawn the object. Store the calculated position into variable. And compare it to position of the tile. If it is not equal, it means the tile has to be moved, and in this case we call spawn. Let's test this. This episode is brought to you by generous support of people on Patreon and members on YouTube. If you want to join them, link to my Patreon in the description, and join button available right now on YouTube. If you join at $10 or more, you will get access to project files on Patreon. Good. As you can see, objects do spawn if we move in or out of the tile, and cycle through whole world. So to make it clear, if you want to add spawnable object, select the terrain tile, create a copy of the spawnable object, which we're going to prefab now, add it to spawn list objects, and set the fields. Good. Let's fix this error. This is happening because we're trying to instantiate objects on destroy, and the instantiate object is being called from the on destroy when we are destroying the objects when we quit the game. Open drop on destroy. Make boolean variable like is quitting, which is becoming true if application is quitting. And we will use this boolean variable to ignore the spawn part. No more errors. Good, but now we have a problem. The objects which has been spawned long time ago still stand on the scene if you move far away from them. That includes enemies too. If we move far away from the object, we should dispose those objects, because we don't need them anymore. So we will free up the resources to use for a new spawned objects. Let's clean our scene a little. And on the objects, create a new script called object dispose. Attach this component to every object which we want to dispose if we run too far away from this object. Inside declare a variable for player transform and a variable called max distance. Then calculate distance between player and this object. If it is higher than max distance, destroy the object. We have a problem, we need to get and store reference to the player transform somehow. To solve this, let's make a game manager object which will have game manager script, which is singleton. Singleton will allow us to easily get the reference to the player transform. Make the field for player transform. Inside object dispose, get the player transform reference from the game manager. let's set max distance to be 25. The higher this number, the further you need to move away for the objects to be disposed. See, if we walk away far enough, objects will be destroyed. This is not the most efficient way to do this, but for now this is good enough. We will explore optimization tricks later on in this series. Good, this is it for this episode. If you have any questions or any ideas about code, please leave your comment below. If you are interested in seeing what will come out of this, please subscribe. If you want to support further, you can find my Patreon in the description. Special thank you to Andrew Wilong and the Salt Hash Do for their generous support. With best regards, see you in the next episode.